This segment of Dirk Diggler's Shitty Sports Show was brought to you by ESPN. We picked your idols for you. Remember Tim Tebow? You do now.
Warning. Pregnant women, the elderly, and children under 16 should avoid prolonged exposure to Dirk Diggler. Dirk Diggler may suddenly accelerate to dangerous speeds. Dirk Diggler has high gluten content and is not kosher, halal, or vegan safe. Do not ingest Dirk Diggler, as Dirk Diggler is for external use only. Discontinue listening to Dirk Diggler if any of the following occurs: itching, vertigo, dizziness, discoloration of urine, tingling in extremities, loss of balance or coordination, slurred speech, temporary blindness, profuse sweating, heart palpitations, increased use of profanity. If listening to Dirk Diggler gives you an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you're welcome. Listening to Dirk Diggler may lead to unplanned pregnancies. If Dirk Diggler begins to smoke, get away immediately. Seek shelter and cover head. Dirk Diggler may stick to certain types of skin. When not in use, Dirk Diggler should be returned to a special container and kept under refrigeration. The ingredients of Dirk Diggler include, but are not limited to, a glowing substance which fell to the earth, presumably from outer space, and bad memories. Do not taunt Dirk Diggler. Dirk Diggler does not come with a lifetime guarantee. Dirk Diggler, enjoy the show.
Extra heat.
All right, what's going on? It is the Dirk Diggler, the dirtiest Diggler to ever Diggler for Dirt Cut
That's
Diggler.
right, bitches.
And with me on the line, because it's 2021, which is just basically bonus days from 2020, I have Kenny the Dork.
Unapologetically New England.
And Brandon, the Chi-Town Kid.
I am back.
He is
Doing
back.
shit.
He is
Yeah.
back. And this is
Good to have you in the fold, bro.
this is Dirt
Good to
Diggler's
be
Shitty
back.
Sports Show. And we have not done a show in forever because 2020 has been like the worst thing ever. So here we are, January 2021 technically, but it's really December 38th, 2020. So let's get into what we've been up to since our last show. It's been a while since we had Brandon on the show. You know, he's one of our classic members. We love to have him. We wish we can get Gianni back on here, but, you know, she's doing big things. So, Brandon, you want to talk to us about some of the things that happened in your life since we last had you on the show?
Shit. It's been so long that I don't remember the last time I was on the show.
Were
But,
you engaged the
I think it
last
was-
time we spoke on the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
You were
Yes.
engaged?
Yeah.
I think the last show that I had done, we had just moved into our new house.
Nice.
So, outside of that, you know what? It's been a lot of nothing, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because I think that the last time that we did that show was, if it wasn't late 2019, it was early 2020.
Yeah. Before the Rona fully
I've been
hit,
doing
right?
what I've been doing what everyone else has been doing, which is staying the fuck at home.
Well, everyone else has not been staying the fuck at home, obviously, because then we wouldn't still be staying the fuck at home.
I've been doing what most people should have been doing. which is staying
There
the
we
fuck at
go.
home.
I like that. I feel that's accurate. That's accurate right
You
there.
know, I try to do what I can do when I can do it.
You know, we do our part for the greater good, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We dive on that grenade for humanity.
Yes. Ken, you've had a few things happen, sir.
Well, let's see. So we still haven't set a date for the new wedding. But in the meantime, we have gotten a puppy.
Yeah.
Her name is Paige. She runs around like a goober. She's biting everything. Just, you know, being a goofball.
What breed is she?
She is predominantly American Staffordshire Terrier. 60% with that. Also 17% Basset Hound. And I think about 23% Attention Hound.
Nice. She's a mutt, but
yeah,
she's
but then
pretty little
people...
mutt.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
she's a mutt. Like, when people ask me, I'm like, she's 100% purebred dog.
Yep. She's all
That
doggy.
works.
Yeah. Well, like, here she is, guys.
What's up, big girl?
Yeah, she's gotten
Oh,
so
yeah,
big.
yeah.
She was such a tiny thing when they first got her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was definitely, like, the tiniest dog I've ever had. 3 pounds and, like, 8 ounces when we got her.
She's like
Yeah,
20
she's
pounds now.
Yeah, 21, 22 pounds now. And she's a cute little goober and great snuggler. expresses herself with her tongue quite frequently, whether vocally or with licks. And an undisciplined young player, but you know what? She's got breakaway speed, and she can accelerate in open spaces in the open field. And so we feel like she'll be a valuable asset to the team going forward into the future.
She certainly is.
The Bears could definitely use her.
Dangerous. She certainly can make you miss in open field.
Yeah.
She can make you miss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, she's broken my ankles at least twice.
You know, once you start getting up there in age, you got to specify if it really happened or if that's just hyperbole, because I hurt myself walking.
Yeah.
I hurt myself walking the other day, so it's like, oh, shit.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, like, seriously, we're not talking ankles anymore. In my case, it's knees.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that.
My knees click more than most people's remotes.
Yeah, I wish mine.
You got
would
Kevin Nash knees.
Stop clicking.
Kevin Nash knees.
Oh man.
Click. My
favorite music is when I walk down the stairs.
Reference.
My right knee decides it's gonna make its own my own theme music, and I walk into rooms.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Brandon, I'm a big CM Punk guy, and he's
So
Chicago, so I knew you were all Chicago on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of the best in the world, and I wish he was back in the ring doing it.
Oh man. So all right, I've been alive for the most part. That's like the highlight.
As a matter of fact, before you continue, let me just go ahead and say, Dirt, how have you been?
I have.
Since nobody asked.
I have been mostly okay. I'm not going to sit here and say everything's been great. Now, what I'm not going to say is that 2020 was entirely horrible for me. So, I mean, professionally, you know, I got some pay raises and things like that. And, you know, there's been a lot of structural organizational change in my job. And all of this is, like, really good and positive. But I've basically had to do it from, like, home. And I'm an introvert, kind of, until, you know, but I'm also, it's weird. I'm an introvert at times. But I'm mostly extroverted, right? Because we have a sports podcast, so obviously I have no problem talking to people. But sometimes, you know, you just kind of want to sit back and recharge a little bit, not deal with people. Well, that whole thing is kind of out the window when you're like at home. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the office once a week, right? Started going to the office once a week. And then like we started seeing all these protests, you know, I work in DC, and then the whole election thing happened, and then I was like, I'm not going to work until the inauguration's done. And then something came up, and I had to go to work yesterday, and it was like, all right, so decision-making time. If Dirty was to have weapons, should he bring his weapons? Because there are going to be shenanigans that day. No, the risk is too high. Do not bring your weapons, you know. All right, cool. So how are we going to deal with this? We're going to leave work before the shenanigans kick off. I estimate that between 4 and 6 o'clock in the evening, the shenanigans will commence. I was way the fuck off. Them bitches kicked that shit off at like 1:30. And I was at work, and it was like, I'm getting text messages blowing up like, you need to leave. And I'm like, they've stormed the Capitol. Nice. So I get stuck in traffic and everything else, right? But I get out. I get home, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shitpost for the next several days. Excuse me. And that's what I've been doing. I've been shitposting. Besides that, and almost hurting myself every time I do something. I mean, that's pretty much what I've been. Like, I was, for all the listeners, I am a man of many hobbies and interests, one of which is marine life. Aquatic life from the reefs around the world. And I had this nice coral, and it was in a Ziploc bag, which was in a Ziploc bag, because it was a pretty big piece of coral. It was a big-ass rock. And I'm like, all right, I need to take this coral out, and I need to make sure there's no nasty little creatures on it, right? So I put it in I emptied the Ziploc bags out, and I put them on the floor. See, this is where I go wrong, because I put them on the floor. Do you know what happens when you step on a Ziploc bag that's wet, that's on a Ziploc bag that's wet, that's on carpet when you're wearing socks?
You probably bust your shit.
Dude, I learned that I am still somewhat flexible. Yeah, I ate it. I got a rug burn on my right knee and no cool story to go with it. And I fucking fell down and I just laid there. I just laid on the carpet for a minute, just kind of reflecting on my decisions. Like, yeah, I probably should have put that in the old trash can right there. I spilled water down a computer case that I was holding on to, so I'm like, this is probably not good anymore. But, you know, I got up eventually, And once the endorphins wore off, I was like, man, that hurts now. Okay, that's good. I still feel pain, so that's good. But ultimately, I survived, so that's good. So, I can still kind of take a spill and survive to tell it. So I'm not totally done yet, but I don't know how many more of those I got in me. But other than that,
I don't want you to try and find out, dude.
Yeah,
other than that, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Happen.
Other than working from home, and everyone's doing good. The girls are doing good. Mrs. Diggler's doing good. I mean, we don't really have any complaints too much. I don't really talk to too many people, but the people that are in my circle are all mostly doing really well. And everyone's been great at supporting each other and being a community and whatnot and trying to protect each other. So, I mean, it's good. It's been not bad. It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been all right, man. I'm all right.
That's good.
Everyone's home.
Very
Everyone's
good.
alive and doing well.
I mean, you better be all right than half left.
Word.
The VA. I don't have to bring that to the VA because I don't know if I'm all right or half left at this point when it comes to that, because I've got so many surgeries spread out. But I mean, I got a VA bump, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not just giving you advice on hydration and aspirin,
bro. The day I go to the VA for actual medical care is the last day of my life. Let's just put that there. I did not work this hard to get insurance and go to the fucking VA. No offense to those who depend on the VA for their medical care, but it's an overwhelmed system that does its best but can't do enough. And honestly, I don't want to contribute to that or be subject to it.
Well, that's why I'm glad I'm getting on a good insurance plan here once I start my new job on Monday.
So what is your new job? Since you mentioned it, Kenny.
Oh, yeah. So I...
he totally fucking forgot to do this. He was stressing out and shit.
Yeah, so I got a job at Johns Hopkins.
Awesome.
Budget specialist at the Center for Civic Impact. And I'm really excited, and I can't wait to get started. And I think it's one of those departments at Hopkins that really has a potential to make a great impact on the community at large and across America, and hopefully be part of some sort of fundamental change in society. So I'm proud to be part of that in any way I can, making sure the money gets dealt out the right way, whatever. I'm stoked.
I'm glad to hear that, man. That's really good. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. He's doing big things. Sir. About to get in some big shit. All right, well.
Put my big boy pants on.
Now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way with our respective lives, let's get into our regional sports. And the New England area is kind of going through a thing right now. Kenny, would you like to discuss, much to our pleasure, all the difficulties that New England sports teams are going through?
All right, I'll give you a little bit of time to revel in your Boston Pride.
Love it.
So anyway,
it's delicious.
As if 2020 was just a bad year all around for New England sports. We lost Mookie Betts and Tom Brady within about a 4-week span. And then 2 days before the end of 2020, we find out longtime captain Zdeno Chara of the Boston Bruins is signing with the Capitals.
That sounds hard, man.
On top of that, it was an organizational decision by the Bruins to go in a younger direction because by all admissions, he's a 43-year-old defenseman and he's lost a step. But still,
damn,
I always thought Big Z was going to retire with the Bees, I mean, but that doesn't mean you bolt at the first sign of trouble. I mean, it's been a rough year. I mean, being a fan of the Patriots and the Victor Kayyem ownership era, Google it, kids, okay? It was a long time ago. It sucked. He owned Norelco at one point, and he was trying to own a football team on top of that. It didn't end well. I endured the curse of the Bambino first 26 years of my life with the Red Sox, and I watched the Celtics this fall be supplanted as the all-time winningest franchise in the finals by the Lakers this year. And if that couldn't drive me away, nothing will. I mean, I'm sticking it through. And let's not forget that, honestly, I'm a Bruins fan solely out of spite, all right? So that in my spite, the Hartford Whalers Yes, I know they're called the Carolina Hurricanes. Fuck you. I will not allow my spite to be diminished. I mean, let's face it. It's a rough fall. I mean, we just had the Patriots finish their first losing season in 20 years.
Yes,
We don't have
God,
playoff
yes.
football to look forward to. We're probably in the market for another starting quarterback after Cam Newton's underwhelming performance that involved overthrowing wide open receivers, jamming balls into triple coverage. Oh, shit, Nikhil, you were supposed to run the other way. And 3-yard rockets that land at the receiver's feet. Couldn't establish the run when it mattered most against good teams.
You guys look real good against the Jets in
know.
Week 17, though.
Yeah, well, where was that all season? Oh, yeah. I mean, and then before you say, but it was the Jets, Kenny, let's not forget the Jets had just beaten 2 playoff teams in a row
But they're the Jets.
in the previous. Well,
And-
but yeah.
And the Eagles beat New Orleans.
All
Fuck
right,
does that
fine.
matter? What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. Okay, fine. I just, you know.
I mean, they did
and
kind
not
of
only
lay
that-
out the blueprint for how to beat them, but I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, like, the Patriots went up against the Rams in early December and just looked awful. Like, they looked like you would expect the Jets to have played. And then the next following week, the Jets went out and fucking kicked the Rams' asses. So I'm just like, I was expecting a beatdown in Week 17 from the Jets, okay?
You were, but I knew the Jets would Jets it up, so they are the Jets.
Yeah, well, they screwed themselves out of Trevor Lawrence, so at least we got that going for us.
yeah, the Jets gonna jet.
You know what? There's no guarantee that Trevor Lawrence is going to succeed. I mean, Sam Darnold was good coming out of college in Jets, so
Sam Darnold is also a USC quarterback.
you're right. We've had discussions about the last one of any consequence was Carson Palmer, and even then he folded under pressure.
Well, no, he collapsed under the weight of Kimo von Alhoffen on his knee.
Nope, because at the Cardinal, he threw. Remember that time they were like in the NFC Championship? He threw like 18 picks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, USC
Yeah.
quarterbacks, man.
No, actually, Palmer was hurt for that playoff run, too. That was Ryan Lindley.
No, it was Palmer.
Where's he now?
Who?
Ryan Lindley?
I'm sorry. Wait, who? Lindley or Palmer? Because both are on the couch somewhere.
Well, not Palmer. It's obvious that he's on the couch somewhere, but Ryan Lindley, he's probably working in the same grocery store that Kurt Warner was at. So,
Ooh, that was a Kroger's, wasn't it? Or was it the Piggly Wiggly?
it might have been HEB.
Oh,
I thought it was Albertsons.
that sounds about right.
Randall's.
Weiss,
Randall's, yeah.
Food Line,
Dixie,
Safeway,
Licks.
Wegmans. Fuck, I don't know, man.
Giant.
Vons, Ralph's.
The 5 and Dime down the street, whatever. Royal Farms.
Brandon, would you like to discuss Mitch kissing titties and the Chicago sports teams?
No, but I will.
I'm not going to like it, but you're going to sit through it.
So,
Before we
well,
get into
as a
this,
matter of fact,
before we get into this, Brandon.
we'll
So the PTSD is a serious thing, and we'll be covering PTSD as we cover the Chicago sports teams. So that be known. If you know someone who has or you suspect is suffering from PTSD, please try to
pray
get them
for
the help that they
please.
need. Because you can, as we'll get into, you see what happens when PTSD goes left untreated. Brandon, please continue.
So I'm not going to start with the Bears. I'm going to start with I'm going to start elsewhere in Chicago. So the Cubs are slowly but surely losing their shit after Theo Epstein decided that he would like to resign. I'm pretty sure we'll be losing Chris Bryant. We'll be losing Javi Baez and a few other players. The Sox, on the other hand, they are on the come up. As a matter of fact, they got a pretty damn good shortstop over there too, Tim Anderson.
Shit.
He plays with a lot of moxie. I like that shit.
Yeah. How's Kopech doing?
Who?
Michael Kopech.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know anything.
Okay.
Kenny, the only baseball fan here is you, man.
As we've evidenced by the baseball trip that we took it seems like a few years ago.
It seems like forever ago.
Oh God, yeah. That's right.
I haven't paid enough attention to the Blackhawks to know how they're doing. The Bulls season just restarted, and I like what they're doing with Zach LaVine.
Oh.
I think that I think that the Bulls are just a few steps away. I do think that they'll end up being a playoff team this year too. Now to the Bears.
Yes, let's talk about the Bears.
Let's just go back 10 years ago.
Oh, 10 years.
No, 11 years ago.
Okay, 11. We're walking it back. I
So
gotcha.
from Lovie Smith up to Matt Nagy, no coach has pissed me off more than Mark Trestman. You probably thought I was about to say Matt Nagy.
No, Nagy hasn't been there long enough yet, but
Reaching.
give him a minute.
Mark Trestman was fucking horrible.
He was
Yes,
bad.
he was.
Matt Nagy, on the other hand, he has yet to have a losing season. While he probably should have.
He still got a chance to do that on Sunday.
Yeah. We'll talk about Sunday. Yeah. Content. We need content. But over the course of this season, I have witnessed I feel like I've wanted to rip whatever hair I have left the fuck out. I mean, the little hairs that are on your toes. I wanted to rip that shit out.
Oh, Jesus.
Because he has made some of the most boneheaded decisions ever. Early in the season, and you guys may agree or disagree, Trubisky probably shouldn't have been pulled in that Atlanta game. As a matter of fact, I don't think he should have been benched at all.
Okay.
However, I mean, I get why he did it, and everybody knows that Trubisky had a short leash. So I get it. But the three of us recognize that Nick Foles is a backup quarterback. He is not a starter.
He needs very, very specific schemes and situations to thrive. And when he thrives,
None of which the
great.
Bears are giving him.
No, the Bears weren't going to give him that anyway. Nope.
Yeah, the Bears were not giving him that shit. So, as I stated before the season started, Nick Foles is a fucking statue. He can't run, but he can throw. You put him back behind that line, more than likely he's going to get hit, he's going to get sacked, he's going to get hurt. What happened? He got hit, he got sacked, he got hurt. Now you got to go back to the guy that you just benched and fucked his confidence up. He comes back and he plays well in the first two games that the Bears lose after he's unbenched. And then Bill Lazor pretty much resurrected the Chicago Bears. Actually, let me rephrase that. He resurrected the Chicago Bears offense because the defense is quickly going into the shitter.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck Chuck Pagano is doing.
I was waiting to see what you're going to say on that one because you're going to say it's the shit. It's not the shit. It's not good at all.
No, it is shit. Like actual defecation.
Hasn't been good since Fangio went to Denver.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
He should be available.
This has been a middle of the pack defense. Vic Fangio ain't going nowhere, bro. Fangio ain't going nowhere. Elway is going to hold on to him. But in the event that he is terminated, he needs to come the fuck back to Chicago.
Well, there is an
Please.
ownership change about to happen in Denver, and Elway might be on a short leash, so you might get your wish.
Elway, I have a thing for Elway, and it's terrible, but I'm going to say it.
He fired himself.
We all know.
Like most white guys who fail, he got promoted. So,
yeah. He failed upwards.
That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, all he had to do was replace Tim Tebow, and Pat Bowlen thought he was a god. Like, oh, you're going to get us Peyton Manning? Cool.
Tim Tebow.
Ugh. Anyway, I'm sorry. We digress.
Yeah. Anyway. I have mixed emotions about the Bears right now. Like I want us to do well. I want us to. I mean, we snuck to the playoffs. Actually, no, we sneaked into the playoffs. We stumbled into the playoffs backwards.
Yeah, that
ass
happened.
Ass first. So I'm hoping that Matt Nagy decides that I really what I hope is that Packers game showed him that he should not be calling plays at all ever again.
So
and I really hope that Chuck Pagano has pulled his head from the nether realm's ass to do something with his defense.
So I'm gonna wager this question here. All right. So you think the guy who tormented his team to watch the double doink in a perpetuity is going to realize that something might be wrong with what he's doing? All right. So what I want to ask is, do you think that's a realistic expectation?
No.
Remember, we preface this entire thing with the whole PTSD thing. That man has got the most acute football-related PTSD I've ever seen for someone who wasn't on the field. Like Teddy Bridgewater recovered from his leg splitting into 3 pieces faster than Nagy's recovered from the double doink.
You literally saw the moment that Matt Nagy's brain broke.
It's captured.
I know.
It's the Pikachu meme. It's just it was
like you can literally see the moment that his brain broke.
You can probably
Which
I think
is
it's a meme. Oh,
it's insane to me.
It's deliciously hilarious.
It is amazing that you can. It's always nice when you can pinpoint the exact moment someone's life changes like that. He has literally not been the same since Double Doink.
Nope.
Now,
and it's evidence. It's evidenced in his play calling.
Well,
I don't know how special teams play fucked up his offensive play calling, but hey, I mean, shit.
So let's hit the rewind
and we
button
spent
here.
an entire show ripping up on Chuck Pagano a few years back, so we all know what kind of mental state he's in.
Well, that guy's a cancer survivor. I'll give him a little bit of a pass that as a human being, he's probably not that bad. He's probably just not a very good DC. There's tons of those who aren't very good at their job, and yet they persist. However, we didn't witness him break. He just never was all that great. We witnessed Matt Nagy break. It was on TV. We all saw it. Now, if I may toot my own horn here.
Live TV.
If I may toot my own horn here.
Yeah.
Shit.
I do recall telling a certain someone that Matt Nagy was going to be a problem going forward because he was so broken. I do remember saying, Brandon, showing the double doink every day after practice and making all your kickers kick a 46-yarder every day after practice is not healthy for him or the team. And I remember being told, it's going to be okay. He's just bringing a fire to them. And I was going, no, that's a serious problem, and he should probably get help. And here we are, 2 years later, brain still thoroughly broken, still doing the dumbest, most extra shit on the sideline, and I just wanted to take this moment to gracefully and tactfully say, I was fucking right. Matt Nagy is the first coach I've ever seen coach with PTSD that manifested itself from a blocked kick. It was blocked. It wasn't missed. It was blocked. God. It was a good play by the Eagles, not a bad play by the Bears. This guy has ruined 2 quarterbacks. Cost your team the playoffs last year, slid ass first into the playoffs this year, is going to get his shit pushed in the first round because he's going to coach scared as fuck, and he's probably going to be back next year because he made the playoffs this year. So, I was right. That's all I wanted to say.
That was the longest I told you so I've ever heard.
I don't get many of these. I've been married for 20 years. I don't get many of these, man. Now, I fully expect nothing but fire and brimstone when the Eagles come up. So I'm ready. My body is ready for this. I've been waiting all season to get roasted for the Eagles. Week 17.
Oh, yeah.
Week 17 was a special week for all of us. Let me tell you what. Brandon, were there any other
yeah.
things that you would like to cover regarding Chicago sports teams?
Yeah, fuck Matt Nagy.
That's a good take.
Okay.
I agree with that take. That is a proper take.
Yeah.
And I believe that take should be on shirts.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
Robert Quinn was a waste of fucking money.
Oh, he did some good things for you guys off and on this year. I mean, how much are you paying him? I've seen him make like a tackle or two, right? How much are you paying him? How much are you paying him?
You know what? The funny thing, I think Robert Quinn is making $70 million.
Woo! Wow! Yeah, total waste of money. Total waste of money.
And I don't think, and I'm being totally serious when I say this shit. I don't think he's registered 20 tackles this year.
20?
He's
20.
Yeah, he's whack.
They just got one of her toys over here, guys. Sorry.
No, man, no problem.
As a matter of fact, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and look these stats up.
All right.
Just to be sure, but go ahead and
I'm gonna do the Eagles thing.
On.
I'm gonna do the Philly thing, man. All right, so Philly sports. I'm not gonna lie. I this year is no different from any other year. I don't fucking care about baseball, so don't ask me how the Phillies are doing. I can't tell you. I have no idea. Maybe they're great. Maybe they're bad. Ask me toward the end of the season. Hockey. Also, no idea how the Flyers are doing. Are they even playing? Is hockey back in session? No idea. However,
Not yet.
there you go. See, that shows you how much I give a fuck, right? Sports show, but really we only cover 2 sports as far as I'm concerned. So, now the Sixers are rolling out at 7-1 right now. Doc Rivers has them playing fantastic basketball. He has the team, oh, check this out, this concept here. He has them playing to their strengths, and that's fucking weird. Right? He's like, Ben Simmons is good as long as you don't make him shoot from outside, so they don't, like, make him do that. But he has worked on it in the offseason because, you know, if you're going to play guard, you need to be able to shoot from the outside. So he's worked on it, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's a finished product. Embiid has been putting up great numbers. They're a much more balanced team than they were previously. And I actually had pretty high hopes for Doc Rivers when he came in. And he is doing all the right things right now with that young team. He's got some good talent. He's utilizing it. He hasn't liquidated shit. There was a lot of concern that he would trade Simmons or Embiid for more, for more picks or whatever. And he hasn't done that. He's got some really good pieces in Philly, and he's doing a lot of good shit with it. So it's exciting. Like I said, they're on top of the Atlantic Division at 7-1. Boston, yeah, what you got?
Okay, so and I told you I'd come back with stats.
Oh, we have
This
Robert
season,
Quinn's stats.
Robert Quinn combined tackles is exactly 20.
Robert Quinn has 20 combined tackles this season.
Yes.
Was he hurt?
Damn.
I think that and I don't want to sound like a homer when I say this shit, but I think that he has been playing hurt.
But was he
if he's
missing?
Been playing,
like, was he missing time? Like, did he miss games?
No.
As
As a matter of fact. Oh, wait a minute.
Did he just score a tackle in his living room? Did he get one
Probably.
in the kitchen?
But yeah, he played in 15 games and started in 13.
Ooh, boy.
Dang.
So he missed at least one game, but that's still a pretty. So the Eagles have a linebacker that they got from the CFL that get like 20 tackles a game. Alex Singleton. It makes no sense. He looks like a white dude that wears Leonard Skinner shirts and ripped jeans everywhere he goes. Not gonna lie, but dude can tackle. So let me talk about my Eagles here. So let me take a moment here. My Eagles were not.
Before you do. 2 sacks.
Oh, okay.
20 combined tackles. 14 solo tackles.
Okay.
And 6 quarterback hits.
How many million is he making a year?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
All
right, moving on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to talk about it.
So, all right, before I
Too
get
much
into the
money.
Eagles, Kenny and Brandon, if you would like to roast me to get me warmed up here, because this is going to require a certain amount of inner strength, I'm going to need to borrow it from y'all. Eagles roast, what you guys got? Kenny, go first.
Yo, what the fuck were y'all thinking putting Nate Sudfeld in that fucking Sunday night game? Seriously.
Oh God!
Right out of the game. Let's just talk about it. I mean, I'm all about beating down those perfect season-stealing bastards and keeping them out of the playoffs because no division winner should ever be going into the playoffs at 6-10 and hosting a fucking playoff game. But let's face it, what were the Eagles doing?
Hold on, before you even answer that, let me go a little bit further. Is this an Andy Reid coaching tree thing? Because the fuck.
So what had happened was, so the official company line is that he had told Nate that he was going to get some playing time that week, regardless of what was going on. But what I think had happened was, hold on. What I think had happened was, he saw that number 6 pick getting ready to turn into a number 9 pick, and he was like, "This hurts, fella. He's doing too well. Let's get Nasty Nate in there." So in goes Nate Sudfeld, who promptly throws a pick, overthrowing a receiver by fucking 6 yards, and he promptly fumbles a snap in the very next possession, and now the game is over. And it's like, Jalen Hurts is on the sideline literally mouthing the words, "This is fucked up." Apparently, Eagles players had to be restrained from attacking Doug Peterson. The entire NFL is like, we should probably investigate this. But at the end of the day, the saltiest motherfuckers ever were the goddamn Giants on Twitter. Man, they were mad. Man, they were mad.
Oh my God, yeah.
They were so mad. They were like,
Saquon Barkley.
"I hate saying this, man, but go Birds." And then it's just like, y'all, how could y'all do this to us? Well, you're division rivals, so first of all, fuck you. And you should not, you didn't earn, if you'd have won another game, you would have made it. You wouldn't need us to beat the fucking name redacted to go in. So, name redacted, got the fucking C-walk into the goddamn playoffs on a giveaway win with the corpse of Alex Smith taking, well, it's not really a corpse, it's like a 1.5-legged Alex Smith, because he still has
a 1.5-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah, no, seriously, he wasn't fully recovered from his leg getting mangled and the 30 surgeries that followed it. But even then, he's still banged up, so he can't move. So the Eagles were kicking his ass on defense because he can't move, and almost won that game until it was what is it, fourth and goal on the 2. We could kick the field goal and tie this game, or we could go for it and see what happens. Hear me out here. We could go for it and see what happens. What do you think, guys? And so I was like, oh, we're fucking tanking here. We are fucking tanking. I have never seen a coach so blatantly tank in my life. Doug Peterson has set a new standard for tanking. Gase wasn't tanking. He just sucked at his job. There's a difference. I believe Gase literally tried in Miami and in New Jersey. He just sucked. He sucked. This is a fucking Super Bowl winning quarterback, coach here. He's won the fucking championship. He's been one of the best. He was one of the best coaches in 2017. And then he comes out, and his players are getting ready to fucking jump over the bench and chokeslam this dude. That's fucking hilarious. You had the ghost of Jason Peters playing left tackle, which he was about as effective as blocking as a ghost. You had the injury bug come through and have its way with every position group. You had the brittle tendons of Deshaun Jackson shatter on 2 separate occasions. One to a dirty hit. Not gonna lie, that was a dirty hit.
Right.
And then he promptly caught a 70-yard touchdown, and we never heard from him again. We never heard from him again.
He got put in witness protection or something.
You had Alshon Jeffrey show up.
That was one hell of a play.
Yeah, he was looking good. And then you had Alshon Jeffrey show up, but he'll only catch passes from quarterbacks not named Wentz. I mean, the evidence is there. He'll only catch touchdown passes from quarterbacks not named Wentz. Both Foles and Hurts made it happen with Alshon Jeffrey. And then you had the rest of the team. We didn't waste, but we spent the first round pick on Rager. I was talked myself into being excited about this, but then you see what the next receiver did, was Justin Jefferson in Minnesota set the rookie record, beat Randy Moss's record.
Wow, yeah.
And then you deal with Arthega Whiteside, that pick, because we picked him before when DK Metcalf was on the fucking was out there to be picked as well.
Oh,
he was still up to be picked.
Don't get me started on that thing. Jesus Christ.
But he did catch a pass in week 17. That was nice. Other than that, he saw the field 3 plays the entire fucking season. The Eagles, Howie Roseman still has his job, right? Wentz wants out of Philly because he sucked out loud all fucking year, and they benched him finally. And Hurts was leading the team to wins and doing good things, and he decided, well, I'll be damned if I get upset by this young feller. So he wants to trade to Indianapolis, and Indianapolis is like, why the fuck would I take this guy? Frank Reich's sitting here like, bro, did you not see your play this season? I'm not trading shit for you. I'm not trading shit for you, dude.
That mean
I mean, it's what it is, dude. Wentz. All right, so Wentz, the Eagles spent significant draft capital to get Wentz. Got Wentz. He played well for 1.5 seasons. Extended the fuck out of him. Gave him all this money. He comes out this year. Sucks out loud. Bad mechanics. Bad footwork. Bad decisions. Shaky in the pocket. Scared. He's obviously rattled. They stick with him for 12 seasons. 12 games. Finally pull him about 6 weeks too late. Yeah, 12 games. They finally pull him, and he gets his fifis hurt. Are you serious, bro?
Baby.
You've got 3 wins on the season. How are your fucking feelings hurt? You know what? Go home and cry on the large bed of money you've been given. Just go ahead, wipe your tears with those hundies. Wipe your tears with those hundies, right? Go ahead and kiss your baby in their golden crib and give your wife a high five on her golden throne. And just, boo-hoo into your dollar bills. I don't give a fuck. The Eagles paid the living shit out of you, and you suck this year. So deal with getting benched for the rookie, who obviously did better than you did. Because he won a game.
Yeah, I seriously, where was that meme in mid-December that came out that said, I'll take Jalen Hurts over always Hurts?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, right? Wentz was healthy the entire year. He just sucked. Wentz wasn't injured all year. He was healthy. He just had piss poor form. And he had folks like, Dan Orslowski standing for him all year. Oh, Wentz is just, But then, Brett Coleman or somebody took apart his mechanics, and they're like, this is why Wentz is fucked up right now. And it was his mechanics. His feet were all fucked up. Everything was all fucked up. He had his mechanics got undone. And his talent alone wasn't enough to succeed at this level. And he refused to change. So, he wants to trade. Well, I hope they hold on to his ass. Fuck him. I hope they hold on to his ass. But, so that's the Eagles right now. So that's nice. Miles Sanders was pretty good. And he was mysteriously hurt for the last game along with a lot of other players. Zach Ertz fell off a cliff. Because he decided he was going to have it out with the front office before the season kicked off because Travis Kelce got a new contract. And he wanted a new contract too. He's like, I'm a good tight end. And then he promptly fell off the face of the fucking planet. How does one of the top 3 tight ends in all of football vanish the way Ertz did? I hope his wife kicks his ass when he gets home every day. She's a real fucking champion.
Penalty kick time, bitch.
I hope Julie Ertz beats his ass. Not that I condone spousal abuse. But god damn it, man. God damn it. Fucking Zach Ertz.
Man.
Yeah, it's just been a really shitty season for the Eagles, man. But we're in such a bad division.
I think it's been a shitty season for everybody.
Bro, it's been such a shitty season for the entire division. At 4, 4-7-1? What were we? We still had a chance to make the playoffs.
Right.
If we would have beat the fucking Cowboys, we could have made the playoffs. How is that even a thing?
It was 4-9-1, I think, at one point.
Yeah, we're bad. The Eagles were just so bad this year, but the rest of the division was so bad. So bad. This is how it always wins.
Washington wins the division at 7-9.
Honestly, the only time that name redacted wins the division is when everyone in the division is trash. Because Washington is so used to being garbage, they win on experience alone. I said that just now.
Yeah.
Out loud.
I said it.
You like that?
They're so used to being trash that when the other teams fall apart and become trash, they're so comfortable they simply know how to operate at that level. It's like dumpster diving, but for wins.
Beat you with experience.
Right, it's like dumpster diving, but for wins.
Jesus.
All these other teams used to eating off plates and shit, silverware. These other motherfuckers is like, bro, you need a plate? The concrete is right here. So, that being said, let's get into today's schedule, shall we? Alright, so I'm not going to lie, today is focused almost entirely on Super Shitty Wild Card Weekend, which there's been a format change in the NFL playoffs with only one team per conference getting a bye, and that being the number one seed. So there's also an extra team that made it in as a result. So now we have, 7 teams per conference?
Yep,
Yes.
we have triple headers Saturday and Sunday.
All right, gonna be a good weekend for football and COVID. So let's get into the first matchup.
Motherfuckers are getting the Rona.
I'm sorry, was I not supposed to say that? So yeah, all right. So the first matchup is the Chiefs versus the Couch. I don't know. I think with them having been on the couch last year as well, I think that with experience, the Mahomies are going to do fine surfing the couch for round one of the playoffs. Brandon, how do you feel about Mahomes and the Chiefs versus their couches?
You know what? I think the Couches don't stand a fucking chance.
I
really don't.
Yeah.
There's no way they win this week.
Yeah, I got you. Ken, how do you feel about the Chiefs versus the Couches?
Oh.
Will Andy Reid outcoach the bowl of cheese puffs he will have?
See, ooh. I mean, is he going to be wearing a visor while eating the cheese puffs?
It's a valid question.
It's a face shield, because you gotta keep the crumb particles away from everybody else. That's cheese puff shedding right there, man. Come on.
All right.
Don't you just love it when a joke doesn't land?
All right. So this one's gonna be close to home.
Man. I tried.
Ken.
I know.
Ken, do you want to cover Baltimore and Tennessee, or do you want to cover the next matchup? Which one is less likely to get you put on the couch?
Oh, please. I'm ready to sleep on the couch for this one. So Baltimore is at Tennessee this weekend. And, it's really a matter of which team is going to uses the run to open up its pass game will establish the upper hand. I mean, which running back do you want? Do you want King Henry, the rushing champion, or do you want Lamar Jackson? Yeah, I said it.
He's a hell of a running
Baltimore
back.
Can get the ground game going and force Tennessee to become one-dimensional, though, and turn loose the turnover-seeking ball hawks on that defense. I mean, those boys are getting after it. And they have a bunch of great pass rushers that comprise one of the most opportunistic defenses in the NFL. And if they can really gum up the works for a Titans offense that desperately needs balance to be effective, then, you could be looking at a good day for Baltimore. I mean, furthermore, let's face it, the Tennessee defense is the very definition of football milquetoast. They're bland. They're not exciting. They don't generate pressure on the quarterback, and they rarely ever effectively stop. Conversely, though, if Tennessee can get Derrick Henry to replicate last year's playoff showdown and use more defenders as lead blockers, it'll really open up the Titans' offense. And seriously, I've been impressed with how Arthur Smith's been able to dig deep in the offensive goodie bag this year. Lots of pretty cool trick plays, and apparently Ryan Tannehill is a good running quarterback. What?
Yeah, whatever happened to Thomas Brothers Railco? The Thomas Brothers train company? Whatever happened to that? I haven't heard much from the Thomas Brothers in the recent months.
I haven't either. But,
so, I mean, I don't know, man. The guy got turned into a lead blocker, and then he got cut, and I haven't heard from him since. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, he gone. Yeah, Earl Thomas be gone.
So, honestly, I think with Tennessee, their back end is way overrated. And I say that, as you said, they're milquetoast. Yes, they are. Their back end, though, is trash. And if you know how to throw the ball, which I've seen Lamar Jackson do on occasions, then you can absolutely have your way with him.
I mean, Lamar's proficiency...
He's displayed a pretty good arm.
No, he can
he does
throw.
have a good arm.
He just doesn't have to... His legs give him so many outs that like what's the I look at him almost like I look at a young Michael Vick. Remember how terrible of a passer? Like Michael Vick could throw a ball literally into the parking lot, but he really wasn't great at reading the defense. If the first read wasn't open, he would just tuck and run. And I think Lamar Jackson is still kind of at that stage at certain times where if his first read isn't there, he'll tuck and go. But he is way more elusive than Vick was.
He's the first. Yeah, he's the first NFL quarterback ever to have back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. And so, I mean, yeah, that's great. And he's been showing more of an ability to complete the deep ball. But you also have to evaluate the psychological factor with Lamar Jackson. This is his third straight year starting a playoff game. He hasn't won one yet. And we also see that when he makes mistakes, he compounds them immensely, and he forces himself into more mistakes. So if he can overcome that, then maybe. I mean, we know that Tennessee can handle the big time pressure on account of last year's playoff run. What we need to see right now is, can Lamar Jackson step up to the plate? And I think that's going to be the biggest factor here.
How do you feel about this, Brandon?
I gotta agree with Kenny, man. Like, look, I think that Derrick Henry is all world. I think that I don't know who the hell would disagree. Right now, he's the best running back in the NFL.
Oh, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
And he is very hard to stop, especially if he's running downhill. You're not going to run in front of him.
No,
on the other hand,
got thrown into the shadow realm.
God damn, he did.
Have you seen him since?
Josh Norman had an interception this weekend. I thought he was dead. Apparently, he still plays football.
I thought, yeah.
For the Bills, out of all teams.
But
I thought Derrick Henry killed him.
Yeah, I did.
I did too.
I thought he did.
Kind of like how Vance McDonald did Chris Conte. I haven't seen that guy since he stiff armed him to oblivion.
Boy,
all back.
Boy.
But the Titans, I do think that Baltimore can make them a one-dimensional football team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we already know that their offense is predicated off the run anyway. But Baltimore has a defense that's good enough to, like, force them to make you beat them with Ryan Tannehill's arm.
Honestly,
and they've got some. Go ahead.
Baltimore's back end is worlds better than what Tennessee has over there. Making Tannehill throw is probably their best bet, but in order to do so, they're going to have to commit too high safety, and that's just going to be Henry doing that thing he does.
Well, and not only that, if Tannehill's forced to be effective with his arm, even if he is, those DBs for Baltimore lead the league in forcing fumbles.
No, they're great.
I mean, Marcus
they're good.
Peters and Marlon Humphrey. Yeah, they're the best. I haven't seen somebody punch the ball out better since Peanut Tillman.
They're also very good at penalties, getting penalized, and almost getting ejected because they're both hotheads, especially Peters.
Marcus Peters.
Definitely.
Especially Peters.
Definitely Marcus Peters.
So there's some volatile personalities out there.
I think that Baltimore wins this game.
I'm gonna say that I like to think Baltimore would win, but I'm not convinced. I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
I mean, the fact that the game's in Nashville and I think they're allowed to have fans is going to really work in the favor of the Titans here. But I think Lamar Jackson gets over the hump finally and wins a playoff game.
All right. We're going to see who was right. All right, Brandon. You got the next one, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have
all right.
Do you have the file?
So we got Indianapolis playing at Buffalo. Now, I personally think that this is an intriguing matchup because Indianapolis has a really fucking good defense.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
They have a really, really, really good defense. That offense, not so much. But, I mean, they can run some shit.
Yeah.
On the other side, we got Buffalo. And with this game being in Buffalo, as a matter of fact, I've actually said that I don't think that anyone really has a home field advantage in the playoffs, with the exception of Green Bay, because it's just that fucking cold up there.
Yeah, Buffalo's the same
Buffalo
thing.
has that advantage also.
Yeah, they're in the tube of
Buffalo
misery.
has that
and
advantage also.
they also relaxed the standards in New York so that Bills Mafia can be in the stadium.
Because, it's all about what's important
You know.
here.
Will they be bringing flaming tables, though?
No, they banned the flaming tables
Flaming
a couple
tables
years
and
back.
sex toys.
The Brady dildo was especially funny. That's legendary Bills
Yes,
Mafia
it
right
was.
there.
Yeah.
But all this winning, though, they've had to class up the joint.
Look,
Yeah,
all I'm
come
saying
on now.
is, whatever part of Bills Mafia is out there, they need to look out for Phillip Rivers.
Old
Because
marmalade.
That man's got all the sauce of hands.
So,
And by sauce, I do mean the baby making
the
sauce.
baby making sauce.
Well, yeah.
Pull out game week. Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Shit,
they're
his
gonna
pull
have
game ain't
the
weak; it's
capacity.
non-existent.
He's like, I don't pull out a
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, Buffalo's going to be at 10% capacity, and I think 5% of Bills Mafia might be pregnant by the end of the game.
Judging by old marmalade. Honestly, I
They
think
allowed
Indianapolis.
him to enter, and look what happened.
I think Indianapolis gets their asses caved in, and here's why. That's a dome team going to the lakes in the wintertime, and that's going to be really bad for them. Now, the defense is good. The offense is spotty, even with Frank Reich calling the shots, right? They have a good running game.
Right.
But Rivers playing in Buffalo in the wintertime?
No.
No.
Nah.
No.
Mm-mm.
Fuck no.
No.
So,
He was never been able to win in the cold. I've seen it a bunch of times as a Patriots fan.
we saw it with Manning,
And
the Indianapolis Colts. The dome
Yeah.
teams tend to not do well in those frigid-ass winter games.
they don't.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not
I
only
say for that,
but, like, the
Indianapolis
Bills are hungry.
Indianapolis isn't going to lose. They're going to get their shit kicked in because that's how the Bills are playing
Yeah, they
right
are.
now. They took no mercy in Week 17. None. They
Mm.
throttled
And
the
Yeah,
I gotta say, I like the way Josh Allen plays football.
great value. Well, now we got to call
I
Carson
like
Wentz the
the
great
way he
value
plays.
Josh Allen.
Pretty
Like,
much.
Yeah, he's been balling
I had
out.
one of
He's
the
been playing good
coldest takes.
football. I still think the
Yeah,
kid's probably a piece of shit,
I,
but he's a good football player.
I gotta say that I enjoy watching him play. Like he plays with some balls.
Now, remember his
Yeah,
brain
he
melted
does.
last
And
time he was in the
having
playoffs.
Stephon Diggs.
Well, remember his
Yeah,
brain
getting
melted
Stephon
last
Diggs
year.
is one of the best things they could have gotten.
Remember his brain melting
Getting him a
last year?
deep threat like Diggs.
Let's not forget his brain
his
absolutely
brain
melted
melting?
last year. I want to remind you all, Josh Allen, his brain literally imploded last year in the playoffs at the worst time.
It did.
If this game is remotely
Yeah.
close, I expect the same thing to happen. So I think they're going to run the score up.
I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think they're going to wear him
I
out.
don't think it's going to be close at all.
Second
I
round
am
might be a
loath
little
to
different
pick
though.
them, but
So all right,
Yeah, I think the Buffalo wins this game.
I think are we all on Buffalo
Easy.
on this one? Yeah. All right.
all of us on Buffalo.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one here. Cleveland at Pittsburgh, part 2, or actually part 3. Cleveland's first
Part
playoff appearance in 18 years. Their coach won't be there because he's got the Rona, so the Browns have kind of had a tough time with that. They played a game with no receivers. It was like me, Brandon,
They've
Penny,
had the toughest
Paige,
time with that.
out there running routes for them,
Yeah.
and they lost that game surprisingly.
They lost to the Jets.
When you have no receivers, though, I mean, that's
It's
bad.
got,
I can't be too mad at them
It's
for
a
that.
game that on paper they should win,
But you know,
when you've got no receivers, there's nothing you can do.
so you
When
have
your leading receivers, Kadarius Dodge.
you have your and you have the Rona taking his way with Cleveland, but then you have Pittsburgh, who promptly went 3 games losing to some of the worst teams in the fucking league, and them getting caught frauds
No
after
excuse.
rolling to the easiest 11 wins in NFL history. And honestly, I'm still not convinced that the Steelers are good. I'm really not convinced that they're
No,
good.
I'm not either.
However, I'm not convinced that the
No.
Browns can stop Browning. So, all right, if the Steelers didn't rest their starters, Week 17, there's a chance the Browns aren't even in the playoffs. But they did that. And then maybe they were playing four-dimension chess where they knew that hosting the Browns was their best chance at a first-round win. I would love to see that backfire. Absolutely love to see that backfire.
Too.
Now, here's the deal. I like Mike Tomlin as a coach. I do not like Ben Roethlisberger at all. At all.
No.
And I also think that the obnoxious TikTok video thing that the receivers have been doing is worthy of a first-round exit.
Oh, Juju.
And I know, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. However, when you take it upon yourself to go on the other team's logo and do a fucking video dance, you kind of deserve the shit that's coming to you, right? When T.O. did the little pose on the star and Emmitt Smith decked him, I mean, yes, okay, I get it. Fuck the Cowboys. And the Cowboys responded exactly as I would expect someone to respond when somebody else was doing that. So you can't.
It's my house.
I gotta
You
say,
don't come in here and stand on my table.
I swear to God. And
I loved it when Von Bell knocked out Juju.
Dog, he fucked him up. He has more TikTok videos than receptions.
He did.
He has more TikTok videos than receptions this season. So that should tell you what his priorities are at. And here's the thing: Juju, up until recently, was the good guy because he was contrasted with Antonio Brown. So now with the TikTok videos, he's basically become just as obnoxious as Antonio Brown, if not more, because he's a fucking Generation Zer. He's a Zoomer. And so is Claypool.
Yeah.
He's also a Zoomer who makes a bajillion TikTok videos, and us old people apparently don't like that. So, I think I want Cleveland to win this game. But, without their head coach being on the field, and them being in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna have to go with Pittsburgh on this one. The Browns have let me down enough times.
Yep.
I hope they prove me wrong.
I really hope they do. But I also think that Stefanski being out for this game and them having to rely on their offensive coordinator to call the plays is really going to be detrimental. As much as I hate seeing the Steelers succeed at anything, fuck them. I think the Steelers are going to eke this one out.
Think it's going to be a close game?
Yeah, one of those ugly 17-16 kind of games.
What if Baker Mayfield goes Super Saiyan?
I would love to see Dick Shaker Baker on the field.
I look, a part of me, like you guys, feels like the Browns, like, I'm tired of seeing the Browns just be
the Browns,
the bottom of the barrel shit team.
I am too.
Yeah.
Like I really do want to see them succeed, man, but I just don't see it happening because, I mean, even though the Steelers kind of wane towards the end of the season, they still have a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that reason, I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. All right. So, next matchup, Packers versus their couches, led by the indomitable Aaron Rodgers, who's decided that MVP trophy is his. Goddammit, he's not gonna let no young motherfucker take it from him. So once again, we have
today
the Packers versus their respective big screens. Who wins in that matchup?
The big screens, because fuck the Packers.
Spoken like a Bears fan. I don't know, man. I think
I hope the fucking Titantron falls through Lambeau Field.
I hope that I think that when with Rodgers at control with the remote, I think there's no going wrong there. He's in the zone this year. LaFleur's got him playing, or he's got LaFleur coaching. I don't know. One of those things is happening.
Well, yeah, it's not beef anymore.
Not the beef sucks. The Cowboys are like,
oh yeah,
he's this bad. It's like Green Bay fans are like, yeah,
no way.
Remember, I was excited about that hire. Remember, I was excited about McCarthy getting hired. I was fucking right. Ah! All right.
You were
Ken,
definitely right.
I know you want to cover this next matchup.
Oh yeah, because Tampa Bay at Washington.
Name redacted. Yes.
So y'all realize? Yeah, you realize this is Tom Brady's first time qualifying for the playoffs as a starter on a wild card team, not a division winner. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. When you're in a shit division like the AFC
also,
East for that long, you don't pretend to make the wild card. You just win the division.
Yeah. He went to the NFC South this year, and New Orleans promptly reminded him who runs the fucking place. Yeah, and then as if they forgot, a few weeks later they reminded him again. Yeah, and so Chase Young of Watt's team has basically put it out there that he wants that Brady smoke.
I like that he did that.
Dude, Chase Young does not fuck around.
I think
I'm impressed with him.
No, he does not.
I'm impressed with him.
I'm very impressed.
He
with
walks that shit, talks that shit. Like, he's legit. He's legit.
Yeah.
God, I hate that.
Mike Tomlin, I think he laid it out perfectly before that Washington and Steelers game. He went up to him and he told him, "I never want to be bad enough to have to pick up a player like you."
Word.
And the shit sounds disrespectful.
I never want to be that bad. Like, god damn.
Like it sounds disrespectful unless you understand what he means by that.
Yeah.
Right, because he's an elite level talent that you can only get at the high end of the draft.
Once in a while.
And you have to lose a ton.
No, listen. I haven't seen a rookie come off the edge and play like he's played in a very, very long time. He's in rare company right now with how he destroys games.
Yeah.
Rare company.
I think that within the next 3 years, he will definitely be a defensive player of the year candidate.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So he wants the Brady smoke. I think he has a good chance of catching some Brady smoke. Brady's gonna catch some wreck this week. But Kenny, please continue.
Well, so I just want to say right now, I think we're all pulling for Washington here.
Yes.
Because we're all tired of seeing self-entitled Trump supporters strolling into D.C. and thinking they could do whatever they want.
Yeah, okay. No, that joke landed.
No, it landed.
That shit landed.
That landed.
It stuck the landing.
I got it. It's just like,
we're
just like, I mean, that's an accurate statement there.
And besides which, out of the two quarterbacks, we all like Alex Smith a lot better than we like Tom Brady here.
Absolutely.
I mean, because seriously, hasn't that fucker won enough?
Honestly, so with the evil empire.
Time the fuck out. Hold on. Stop. Wait. Reverse the tape. Are you saying this as a salty New England fan? Absolutely. Or are you just saying this because he's no longer like? Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm a Dora the Explorer. This. Why not both?
Yes. My answer to your question is, Brandon, yes.
Carry on, my friend. Carry on.
The thing is here, okay? Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit salty because if we had Brady this season, I think the Patriots win the AFC East again. We saw how important he was to the offense. I'm seeing him throwing the deep ball better than he's thrown it in about 8 years. I saw him, look like he was having fun playing football again. And I'm like, come on, man. I thought you were doing that here. Shit.
Nobody was having fun in New England.
Well, yeah.
You can either have fun or
New
you can
England
win.
isn't having fun.
Lane Johnson
New England isn't fun.
Hold on.
Period.
Lane Johnson called that shit out, though. He was right. Everybody got all fucking butthurt and offended, but he was right. He was fucking right. Yeah, you win. There ain't nobody having a good time in here. Like, that's great, but no one's, like, having fun.
True that. They just have fun at the parades.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm saying this as, like, I'm not bitter about it. I understand why Brady went. He didn't want to stick around for a rebuild. He wanted to go and be effective while he's got a couple more years in the league. I mean, you figure Breeze is probably going to retire after this season. The passing record is Brady's if he wants it. If he just shows up next season, he's got the all-time passing yards record. So he's going out on top here.
Hey, didn't Brady sign a 2-year deal with Tampa Bay?
Yeah,
right?
he's got a 2-year deal, fully guaranteed. He'll be back in 2021. Breeze will probably be in the broadcast booth. So yeah, and I don't want the Buccaneers to be hosting the Super Bowl.
Fuck no.
2, I don't want Brady and Gronk celebrating in South Florida.
I actually want to see. I actually want to see that a little bit. I want to see Brady tongue kiss his son again, and I want to see what Gronk does. Wait, was I not supposed to say that? I mean, he did that.
No, I just thought it was hilarious.
I mean, shit, he did it.
But I mean, let's just call it out here. I find Washington likable here.
Which is a shame because you can't not root for Alex Smith. You can't not root for the winner of this year's Alex Smith Award because they have to name the Comeback Player of the Award after him after this shit.
They really do.
So
they
all
really
right,
do. There are no other candidates.
My take on this: Washington has a chance to win this game. Here's why.
Yeah.
FedEx Field is absolute trash. The turf is trash. The turf is trash. However, they are used to playing on that garbage. Tampa Bay is not. I see some knees exploding unexpectedly out of the Tampa players. Mike Evans is already down for the year with a blown out knee on a non-contact play.
Was
that Evans?
Wait.
Was it Evans?
Mike Evans practiced today.
Oh, it wasn't blown out.
No, it wasn't blown out. He practiced today.
So
that's one of the benefits of teleworking. I get to watch NFL shit all day.
I'm going to say that he's probably not at 100%. And let's be real, Tom Brady's a statue. That front four for Washington is absolutely serious. They're all first-round picks that are early, and these aren't like we picked freaking 30th. These are early picks in the draft. Early picks. Yeah. And Montez Sweat hasn't even freaking reached his limit yet. So with Brady not being able to move,
make Brady sweat.
With that defensive line making good offensive lines look suspect.
Yep.
Expect a lot of 3-step, 2-step drops, screen game to try to exploit the outside. But at the end of the day, Washington has a good chance to win this game, which I would love. Not because I'm a big fan of Alex Smith. Trust me, I am. I love Alex Smith. I think his whole situation is great. Just because I hate Tom Brady more than I hate Washington right now. Once they lose, it's back to fuck Washington. I'm rooting for whoever they're playing against. And also,
regardless, you're rooting for the winner of this game to get smoked next week.
Absolutely, but there's a 4D chess move to this.
Yes.
With Washington making the playoffs, it validates Dan Snyder as being good at something. And if they win a playoff game, it's further validation, which means he's going to meddle more than he's ever meddled in team affairs before. He's going to alienate his coach, and he's going to freaking alienate his players, which means 10 more years of Washington being trash. So, yeah, I want to see him win. I want to see that happen. I'll sacrifice one playoff win in a million years to see them go back to being irrelevant. I'm here for that. I 4D chess, man. Let's long-term winning here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Brandon?
Yeah, so...
You got any more on that?
I think Tampa Bay wins this game.
Yeah.
But however, I also think that Tampa Bay gets the shit kicked out of them in this game. Like they are going to get a physical football game, especially from their defense. But I don't think that Washington's offense is up to snuff.
Ron Rivera versus Bruce Arians. I like Riverboat Ron. I don't know.
The NFC, like with these first rounds of games, like this is the one game that could this and the Rams game can go either way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can really go either way. So I'm kind of flipping a coin on this one.
So but you're going with
Tampa.
Tampa.
On Tampa Bay.
All right, Kenny, Who did you pick?
I'm going to have to go with Tampa Bay here. Just too much offensive firepower for me to think that they can be held down for too long.
All right, I'm the odd one out again. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Now, I wouldn't be mad if Washington won.
Oh, no.
Neither would I.
All right, so I believe
Rams.
this is on you, Brandon. This game you just talked about, Rams at Seattle, sir. Let's talk about it.
Yes, so we got the Rams in Seattle, and we got the fucking Avenger of all Avengers in fucking Dangerous Wilson. And I don't know what the fuck to call DK Metcalf. Metcalf. Like, this dude is otherworldly.
The guy the Eagles passed on, we can go with that one. Sad face.
The guy that the Patriots traded to pick the Seattle to draft.
Sad face.
Both of us.
The tear that rolls down is just so, anyway.
Right.
But yeah, with this game, like, is Jared Goff back? I think he's questionable this
No,
week,
he's throwing
but
the
can
ball.
you win?
He's back. He's actually pretty fucking tough, apparently.
Yeah.
But in the event that he can't play, can you win an NFL football game? As a matter of fact, an NFL playoff football game with the AAF quarterback?
No, not against dangerous Wilson.
The Rams are about to
I mean,
fuck around and find out.
They are going to fuck around and find out.
I mean, that's it. That's if a normal starting quarterback and resident Ryan Gosling. Like,
Resident Ryan Gosling impersonator.
Like, it's so fucking hard to call because it's another team with a really good defense, and then you got Seattle's defense turning the corner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the last game and this game. These are probably the two most unpredictable games in this opening round.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what to expect from either team. Like, I know if you put some pressure on Russell Wilson, he's either going to fold or he's going to make you pay for it.
Okay. All right.
And most times he's probably going to make you pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, who do you got winning the game? Like, pick one. Because it can't be a tie. So, who you got?
Fuck. I was going to say tie.
Can't. Playoffs.
5 overtimes.
Shit.
He wants to come back.
I believe in. I kind of feel like I believe in the Seahawks offense a little bit more than I believe in the Rams offense, especially with Goff having a bum thumb.
Okay. I am going to go with Seattle because Sean McVay is a fucking fraud and Pete Carroll knows how to motivate a team to win. And while he is corny, at least he was corny, Russ Wilson is gangster as fuck now for him calling Future out whenever he gets a chance, and I respect the fuck out of that. But no one, like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, rare company, balls out in the playoffs like Russell Wilson does. He's been behind suspect offensive lines, suspect receiving cores, and he's won so fucking much, and he's got his hands work. So while Goff may be able to play, his hand doesn't really work the way it needs to. He had pins put in, and so once he starts getting hit, because they're gonna hit him, we don't know how that hand's gonna hold up. So I'm gonna go with Seattle on this, and they're in Seattle, even though it won't be loud. They're still in Seattle, and unless Aaron Donald takes this game completely over, I don't see the Rams being able to win this. It's close, but I'm going to give it to Seattle. This is like a 4 point game right here.
Yeah, and I also am going to go Seattle. I think the deciding factor is the fact that you can't put Jalen Ramsey on both Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf here.
Right.
So one of them is going to burn the Rams deep. And
Can he even cover DK Metcalf? That man is so fucking huge. God.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
That's a grown ass man.
I was like, that dude was born a grown ass man. Like, he came out the womb like, yo, where's the bar? He came out the womb with a wave cap and a pack of Newports already in his hands.
Dude, I remember
Brandon down here like, he already had the brush with no handle, brushing his beard and shit. Coming out the womb. Oh, man.
He came out the womb rubbing his head like shit.
I think the defining play for the season for him, for me at least, week 2 against the Patriots, Stephen Gilmore is in position for an interception, and DK Metcalf just yanks it out of his
Just literally takes it from him like, oh, no, that's cute, homie. That's mine, though.
Nah, fam, it's mine.
He took this shit like that ain't yours.
I don't know who told you to touch my ball. Like, yo.
Exactly.
Yo, Metcalf.
It was
Like, give me my shit.
Yo, Metcalf.
like Debo saying, "My gold chain."
That's my bike, punk. That's your bike, sir.
Rest in peace to Tiny Lister.
Yes, sir.
Rest in peace. I met him in a barbershop in L.A.
Nice.
He was a big motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. He's a big dude, but he was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is like right after. So this is like the mid to late '90s. I was still in high school, so because I'm old. But I was in a barbershop. It was on Crenshaw, and this is during like the Crenshaw Renaissance when a lot of businesses were popping back up on Crenshaw, which was nice. I met Alfonso Ribera in a similar area. You know, Carlton from the Fresh Prince. I met him. He's a little dude.
Yeah.
But I met Debo, and this was after Friday, so he was
Dang.
you know a household name at this point. Nobody knew him as a wrestler anymore because you know he had a short stint as a wrestler in WWF. But
Yep.
him as Debo was you know he played that role, right? So he came up on me, he gave me the crazy eyes and shit. And you know, what you doing here, punk? And I'm like,
Nothing.
I don't know what
Yep.
transgression you believe I've committed, sir, but rest assured, it's not intentional. Rest assured, it's not intentional.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, rest in peace to that dude. So all right, next matchup, Chicago at New Orleans.
Save the best for last.
So under normal circumstances, I'd say Chicago's got a chance to win this game, but this isn't normal, so they don't. They're at New Orleans. Drew Brees, even though half his body was broken, is back and he's playing good football. They may not have Kamara available, but there's so much offensive firepower there, it doesn't really matter. Also, this is Brees' last season. He announced it. They're going to want to at least beat these guys. The biggest problem with Chicago, though, is the coach. Matt Nagy has PTSD. He does not... he coaches illogically. He makes bad decisions, and his personnel handling, his emotional intelligence is out of whack right now. Trubisky's not polished enough as a passer to succeed against this Saints team. The same Saints team, mind you, that lost to the Eagles without Drew Brees. In New Orleans, I don't think Chicago stands a chance. I think he coaches too scared. Sean Payton's going to troll him to death because Sean Payton is a troll. He trolls hard. I think that unfortunately Nagy's going to be there for another year because he is in the playoffs. But I don't think that Chicago stands a chance. I want to say New Orleans puts up damn near like a 40 burger on these guys. Unfortunately, unless Khalil Mack takes this game over and puts Drew Brees out of the game. If Drew Brees plays this whole game, the New Orleans Saints blow the doors off the Bears. Unfortunately, I hate to say it.
Dang.
They're just. It's honestly, if you had a better coach, I would probably give you a better chance.
Yeah.
I mean, don't feel bad for saying what you said. Shit.
I don't feel bad. I kind of feel bad that you're like invested in this because it's gonna go badly.
Right.
Kenny, go ahead.
Look.
Don't get awkward. No, just lean into it, bro. Lean in. Brandon can take it. He's a big boy. Lean in.
All right. Hey, you're going to lose this game because Matt Nagy's coaching, and Mitch Trubisky's game against Green Bay was more of what we should expect from him than in the previous 3 starts. So I think, you know what? The Bears can't keep up with the Saints offense, even if Alvin Kamara doesn't play. Latavius Murray could step right in and do well. They've got the human Swiss Army knife and Taysom Hill. He can line him up as a receiver or running back. He can play quarterback. They run the Wildcat. Chicago doesn't have an answer for him either.
You can't really play quarterback, though. We saw that a couple weeks back. He can't really play quarterback. He can take snaps and occasionally throw a ball down.
Play for a couple of snaps.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's like the Nick Foles of Nick Foles quarterbacks. Like if Nick Foles had another Nick Foles under him, he's like that. He's very situational.
Like one of those Russian dolls.
Yeah, like if you opened up Nick Foles and there was another smaller Nick Foles in there, it would be Taysom Hill. He's the rushing,
Just a
nesting
whole
doll
lot
of Nick
faster.
Foles quarterbacks. He's only good in very, very, very specific situations. Like the moon has to be in the third phase. It has to be exactly 63 degrees, and the wind has to be gently blowing south by southwest at 3 to 5 miles an hour. If one of those things is off,
Right.
trash game. Trash game as a passer.
Yeah, and not only that, but they're going to be indoors, so there's going to be no wind.
Yeah, but still, on the way into the stadium, you got to walk from outside. It's
The breeze is coming in just right from
yeah.
the train.
If Taysom Hill's got to take snaps, it's a bad day for New Orleans. Chicago can win the game, maybe. The wild card in this, honestly, is going to be Trubisky and Nagy. Honestly, like if Nagy goes down early, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I mean, if Nagy's not calling a good game early, then the Saints defense is going to tee off on him, and I am here for it.
However, if I can get a Pikachu face out of this guy one more time, a Saints win to be worth it. I'll take a Saints win for the Pikachu face again. After that, you got to throw the whole coach away. You just got to throw him away and get a whole new one. He's broken now. You done fixed him and broke him again. He's all broken.
Oh, man.
Yo. That moment is so great. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It was such a moment, dude. I will never forget that. I can't forget that. I'm not even a Bears fan, but I just... Wow.
You were an Eagles fan. That's why you loved it.
No, it was honestly because we didn't do shit. We lost to the Saints because Alshon Jeffrey fucking eats buttered toast before every snap. But the memes that came out of that, My Heart Goes On and everything else, like those were all so amazing. But the lasting effects, honestly, are kind of troubling. But I'm willing to see it again, just so I can see how much further into himself he can implode. I'm sorry, Brandon. What you got, man? We've been having a lot of fun at the expense of your team, and neither of our teams are in the playoffs. So this is all we have. Don't take this from us.
So I'm looking at this in two ways.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at this as a Bears win, which is probably close to impossible, but not impossible. I think the Bears win this game if they follow the blueprint that the Eagles set out when they started Jalen Hurts. Got a pretty good running back in David Montgomery.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You have an athletic quarterback in Mr. Trubisky.
That you do. He can scoot.
Attack the fucking edges.
Yes.
Attack the edges all day long. Defensively, we're getting Jalen Johnson back. He's the corner who starts opposite of Kyle Fuller.
Okay.
Who's actually been surprisingly very solid this year.
Okay.
I would put him 5th in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that's nice. That's a pleasant surprise right there.
But we also lost Roquan Smith.
Yes, you did.
I think he got a dislocated elbow.
Last week or the week prior?
Last week.
Yeah. He's a big part.
So we lost him against the Packers.
Right.
Now, I think that the Bears win this game if Matt Nagy stays far the fuck away from anything that has to do with offense. Let Bill Lazor call the plays and just be the clipboard commander.
Okay.
Clipboard command.
If Chuck Pagano can, you know what? I don't even want to go back into that shit. I talked about that.
It's like I don't want to talk about it.
Chuck Pagano just needs to get his head out of his ass.
Chuck Pagano probably should just be done with football together. Chuck Pagano should be done with football together.
I think so too. Like, dude, you bounced back from cancer, dude. Nobody can take that shit from you.
This might just be his last, because this is his first stop after getting fired from being Indy's head coach, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Right.
I think so.
He got fired from Indy, and Frank Reich took over, and now he's your DC.
Yeah, I think that he needs to be somebody's consultant somewhere.
Possibly. We'll see. He is kind of dumb, though.
Probably. You know what? He needs to take that personality to TV.
I'd love to hear him call a game because it's got to be better than Jason Witten.
Anything,
Yes.
well, yeah.
Anything
Jason Witten was
with
so
him
bad.
and Booger McFarland.
Okay, so I want to hear Aqib Talib call a game after drinking half a bottle of Hennessy. Because you know he drinks regular Hennessy. Regular ass
I want
Hennessy.
him and Clinton. I want him and Clinton Portis together.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Anyway,
That should be on ESPN. That should be on ESPN 8 to Ocho, man. There's no way that shit gets aired
That would be on BET.
Pepper needs new shoes.
on BET. Oh god! Oh my
But
fucking god!
going back to the game, the Bears will absolutely lose this game if they can't if they can't get any pressure on Drew Brees, and if their defense is just if the defense is attacking the quarterback from every angle, the Bears don't win this game. The homer in me is saying Bears win a very close game, but logically, New Orleans wins this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree. I actually would. I kind of want to see the Bears succeed. At the same time, I kind of want you to have the confidence in knowing that Nagy will be gone soon, and hopefully that once he's gone, he gets the help he needs. Because, in all fairness, in all seriousness, that guy really should get some counseling. I don't think he's seen.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to that shit, when it comes to Sunday in particular, when it comes down to this game, we already know that he's got another year to go. They're giving him next year already.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I absolutely would love it if that offense came out and actually played to everybody's strengths. Because if they did, they would definitely win.
I mean, Drew Brees though. He's corny. He's a corny ass human being. But Drew Brees.
Yes,
though.
but at the same time, Drew Brees is the type of person that he will give you the football.
Oh yeah, so let's get something straight, right? I don't care.
He will give you the football.
I don't care what quarterback you're playing. If you hit them enough, they start to fall apart because they're not supposed to get hit that much. We've watched the Eagles manhandle prime Drew Brees in the past, where his offensive line just couldn't get the schemes down, and he's just getting pummeled. And that Eagles won those games. But if he's doing this 1-2 throw, which he absolutely can do, there's not a lot of teams that can stop him. Because there's not a lot of teams.
That's primarily what he does, because he's throwing the NFL slant boy every fucking play.
Right. And so how do you defend against that? Michael Thomas is a big, strong receiver. He's like DK Metcalf, big and strong, but he's not a small receiver.
Is Michael Thomas playing?
Yes.
Yes. And he's still pissed about his Madden rating.
Fuck him.
Good for him.
You know what? It ain't even like he's the first one to be pissed. He's the first one to be that pissed.
Which is why I'm saying fuck him.
No, seriously, everyone's taking man, they got me you see him going over their shit when a new Madden comes out, and they're like, oh man, they got me rated here. But Michael Thomas was super mad. It's bro, you were cool until now. Now you're a bitch. Now you're a fucking whiny bitch. So all right,
you're doing too much at this point.
Doing too much, bro.
I don't know if y'all remember NFL Game Day on the old Sony PlayStation.
Absolutely, Game Day '98 was my favorite one.
Yeah,
ESPN,
Game Day
right? Was that ESPN?
No, I remember this. That was a Sony game.
Okay.
But they had this commercial for it where they had Robert Brooks playing the game. Robert Brooks played wide receiver for the Packers way back, and he just gets it's wait a minute, that don't show off my breakaway speed.
Show off my breakaway speed.
And he just throws his hat, and then just the commercial ends, and that's all I could think of with Michael Thomas is that right there, just be pissed off at the game developers for accurately portraying his actual abilities.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention early on in the show that I want to mention now?
What's that?
That D1 met 2004 Super Bowl champion Patriot safety Eugene Wilson at work and got to take pictures with his Super Bowl ring in her hand.
Fucking jealous.
So jealous, right? I mean, I'm not jealous.
As a matter of fact, where is D1? I'd like to see her rub it in.
She's here. She did. She was here. She's home from work, but I did tell her, right? So I'm like, she called me. She's like, oh, she texted me and then she called and I was like, what's up? She was like, Super Bowl ring. All right. And so I'm like, hey, do you mind if I tell everybody? She's like, sure. And so I sent her a text. Kenny is jealous. And his response was, as he should be. And I just went, I screenshotted it, and then I put it in the chat. And I was like, I'm so proud of them. They're my little troll.
And she is absolutely your child.
That's my child.
You couldn't deny that.
That is, I wouldn't even try, man. The second she opened her mouth, they'd be like, oh no, that's yours. That's yours. That's all you, buddy. So, all right, man, we got to do the thing with the shitty hot takes. Now, here's the thing, listeners, all three of you. We normally write them down before the show. But every once in a while, we get one of these where we just decide we're going to go in this bitch raw with no prep, just going dry. So, for the sake of
ODB style.
ODB style. So, for the sake of posterity, I'm going to kick this off and give my compatriots another couple minutes to think about their shitty hot takes if they need them.
Holy super shitty indefensible hot takes, Diggler! What are we gonna do now?
Johnny, Dork, to the take mobile. Okay, hold on. I guess I just gotta get this started. Hold on. It takes a minute. It's kind of old. All right.
Really?
All right. I think. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. All right.
And my shitty hot take will be that the Philadelphia Eagles, during training camp next year, at least one player remaining from this last team will physically assault Doug Peterson and whisper in his ear, his bloodied ear, remember week 17, before jogging away with no one willing to testify. That's my shitty hot take.
I like it. I like it.
I like it, right?
I
like that.
Like,
So,
damn.
I'm ready for you.
That's impressive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Remember week 17. And it's best if it's like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts bodies him.
Nah. I think it would have to be Carson Wentz. And that would be the reason he gets traded.
God, no. It might be Jason Kelsey, because he was super pissed about it too. But only if he's drunk and wearing a mummer suit. Because that's the only way I want to remember him. If he doesn't go into the Hall of Fame in that outfit, I don't want no part of it.
He's got to at least wear the hat.
His bust has got to be him with the beard and that hat with glossed over eyes because he's been shotgunning Bud Light all day. That's got to be his bust in the Hall of Fame. I believe he's a Hall of Fame center. I believe he is.
All right.
But
Absolutely.
But my God, if they don't enshrine him in that Mummers outfit, I think that's a waste of a bust, buddy. He should demand it.
Oh, that is definitely a waste of a bust.
Like Warren Sapp with his cornrows. It's the only way to do it.
Dion with his bandana.
Dion with his bandana. It's the only way to do it. All right, who's ready? Who's ready for their shitty hot take? Who's got it?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
Kenny.
ready.
Kenny's ready. Go ahead, Kenny.
So the New England Patriots are going to take advantage of their newfound hometown connection with the Houston Texans, who just hired away Director of Player Personnel Nick Casario to be their general manager.
Going.
And they're going to trade 12 bushels of clams and 5 dozen lobsters to the Houston Texans for Deshaun Watson, kid.
That makes me so sad. I'm sorry. That just makes me sad.
Right? Like,
I don't want to see him on the Texans, but I don't want to see him on the Patriots. That would make me want to root for them.
He deserves so much better.
That would make me want to root for them, and I don't want to root for the Patriots. That is a super shitty take, and that makes me sad. God damn it, Kenny.
Like, he deserves so much better.
All right. He seriously does, though. Like, you know who I can see the Patriots picking up, though?
That's not even kidding.
No, you know who I can see the Patriots picking up, though? J.J. Watt. He's exactly the kind of player Belichick would love to have. I'm here to do work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It would be a perfect
what year's J.J. Watt in? Like 12, 13?
I don't know. He's still good, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's good still. But, yeah, dude, if Deshaun Watson went to the Patriots, I would fucking cancel Christmas for everyone. Fuck it. We're done. We're done here.
Rage quit football.
Ooh. But how would the New England fans react to yet another black quarterback with personality Watson through the door?
Watson through the door.
I mean, that bastion of equality known as Boston? No way.
And by the way, Brandon, he'll be going into his 11th season next year.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. Give us your take.
All right. My shitty hot take is this. Next season, actually before next season, because of the fashion that the Bears will lose to I almost said New England. Because of the fashion that the Bears will lose to New Orleans.
Ah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
It pains me to say that, by the way. But that will be Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy's undoing.
Okay.
They will both be left in New Orleans
Nice.
to fend for themselves and make their way back to Chicago, where their offices will be cleaned out once they get there. And to help them move will be none other than Nick Foles.
He's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy.
Wearing his Super Bowl ring and flashing it in front of both of them.
I would actually pay to see that. I would pay to see that. I would pay to see that.
And the next the next GM for the Chicago Bears will be Louis Riddick.
Oh.
See, that's not actually too
Honestly,
bad.
Louis Riddick, that would be one of the most intense GMs ever. Y'all know who Louis Riddick is, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Monday Night Football.
And the reason why it's not going to happen is because...
Oh, the Bears are going to do bear shit.
Oh.
But Lovie Smith was there for a long time. Didn't he have a lot of personnel control?
He was a coach. That was it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, the McCaskies aren't known for sucking for no reason. All right, well.
But then again, he's one of the longest tenured coaches. So.
He was good enough to hang around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We shall see. We shall see.
Greetings, I'm Dirk Digley of the Philadelphia Digleys.
And I'm Kenneth Dorksworth of the Connecticut Dorksworth.
And we are here to give you Dirk Digley's Shitty Game Time Beer of the Week.
All right, so let's get into this shitty beer of the week. And boy, do I have a shitty beer for y'all. Oh my God.
All right.
It's not shitty in the traditional sense that we use as being a cheap beer. No. What I have is Upland Brewing Chill Sesh Patio Cat Summer Ale with guava at 4.5% alcohol by volume. It's a guava summer ale. I didn't know what to expect when I bought this beer. It is not a cheap beer, but I would like to go. Some of you have, like, if we put the video up, you'll see that I'm drinking this beer because it's in the house and I'm having a reaction to every sip I take. So let me do that for you right now. Hold on. Oh, this beer makes me so sad. It's such a bad beer. It's like if a bushel of hops was sodomized by angry lemons. And then left bleeding on the side of the road.
Angry lemons.
I don't know what guava is supposed to taste like, but I hope it's not this, because then I'm never going to eat guava again. This beer is a bunch of things that don't belong together, like a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. Maybe in their respective realms they're good, but definitely not together. This shit is not okay.
This man said a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich?
I did say peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich.
Mayonnaise is a bad sandwich.
I would fight somebody if they made that shit for me.
I would.
Like, I would throw hands over that.
We would throw hands. It's not a good beer. It's very. There's nothing subtle about this beer. Every sip you take, you will absolutely know you drank this beer. Like, so what? The good shitty beers are beers you don't think about drinking, right? You drink it and then it's gone. You get another one. You drink it, then it's gone, and maybe at some point you get drunk. These ones, no. You take a sip, you make a face, you do a dance, and then you ask yourself, "Why am I drinking this?" It's because you paid $11 for a 6-pack.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm doing this to myself. For the show, I do it for the show.
Like,
it's for art.
These have been in my fridge before Thanksgiving, sir. There's 4 of them in there.
Oh, wow.
There was 4 of them in there. I drank 2 of these. Actually, no, I drank 1, and then D1 had 1, and she was like, "Oh God!" And then she chucked it because it was terrible. And so there was 4, and now there's going to be 3. These beers will outlast democracy. I swear to God, they're so fucking bad. They're so fucking bad. Kitty, would you tell us about your beer, please? This beer is terrible.
So I am drinking Harpoon Duncan limited release. They had a variety pack.
Nice.
And so I have chosen the shittiest of the 4.
Oh, which one is
There's
that?
a pumpkin, a coffee, and a Boston cream.
Oh.
This is the Harpoon Duncan Jelly Donut IPA.
None of that should go together.
And
At all.
No.
Ever.
Like, I mean, you ever had coffee and donuts, and you know the gassy feeling you get once you drink it, and then the raspberry taste of the jelly donut after, you bitten into it. You can almost taste the confection or sugar in the beer, and it doesn't feel like it should belong in a beer can.
Wow.
And you're drinking an IPA that is unnaturally flavored, and it's like this beer, if I could describe it in a term that was literary, would be Frankenstein's monster. Because yikes, it's an amalgamation of things that just don't go together.
That it's an IPA is the worst part. Like if it was like a stout or a porter or something, I could see it.
Oh yeah,
But an IPA
the coffee
with sugar in it
no it
and jelly.
it's wow. Yeah, and you taste every last drop. It's
Wow.
It's not a game time beer.
Oh wow.
It's definitely not a game time beer.
So for the first 2 entries, we picked beers that made us really sad. That's Brandon, do you have a beer, sir?
No, I don't have a beer, but I have been chewing the same gum since about 3:30. It's Orbit, as a matter of fact.
Is it mint? Or is it grapefruit? Is it the grapefruit one?
It's regular spearmint, but it surprisingly still has about 3% of the flavor left in it.
3%. It's got a low batter, but it's still got 3% in there.
Yeah, it's
still make a call.
Yeah,
you're gonna plug it into the wall and recharge it.
It's still got a little kick to it. Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on.
Honestly,
is it a game time gum when it's fresh? Probably.
Probably got. Well, you're having a better time with that gum than we are with these beers. These beers are an abomination and a crime against humanity. I swear to God, I can't believe I have more of these beers. I thought about using them for a marinade, but then I drank one just now, and I'm like, I would never put this on meat. I would nothing to taste like what these beers taste like. I'm going to give this to somebody that I'm faking that I like. Right? Like, if I don't like you, but I want to pretend that I like you, but like, oh man, you should try this beer, and give them one. And then, like, browbeat them into drinking it, like, sit there and stare at them, like, no, you have to drink this.
It's amazing.
You'll love it.
Passive aggressive present.
Just kind of do that thing where they feel obligated to drink this beer, and then just and watching Glee as they do this right here. Hold on, let me do it again.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You look like Ruben Studdard every time you get done drinking it.
I've heard that name in ages.
You go straight to Sorry 2004 once you get done swallowing that shit. Like,
it's like getting stabbed in the tongue with a fork at the end of every sip. It's so fucking bad.
Oh.
It's so fucking bad. This is like those hemp beers that taste like you smoked weed but don't have the benefit of actually having smoked any weed. This is like worse than those.
Terrible.
Because you know what you're getting into with a hemp beer. Like, this is going to taste like weed smoke with none of the actual benefits of having smoked weed. Yes. Okay. I'm cool with that. I can get down with that. This summer ale with guava. That sounds like it could be. No, it's not good at all. Nope, not good.
Stop.
I don't even know what's in it.
Full stop.
I don't even know what's in it. I don't even know if I want to know what's in it. I might hate every ingredient individually now. if I find out what's in it.
Where did you get it from?
The liquor store around the corner where we get hams from. Motherfucking hams. Party with hams.
Yeah.
Motherfucking party. Have you had hams yet, Brandon?
Bruh.
Bro, you got to party with hams. You got to party with hams. Hams is the official shitty beer of the Dirt Diggler Shitty Sports Show. Seriously. We stumbled ass first into expired Mexican beer and hams.
Oh, God.
Early on into the show, when we were meeting up in person, and we were like, "Is these tall cans of hams?" And we're like, "What's this?" It's like a brewed with the mouth. Was it brewed with the? Fuck, they had some weird ass corny tagline on them. But we're like, "Have you ever heard of this shit?" No. And it's got like a bear on it, like a teddy bear looking bear. So we bought like a 6-pack of these tall boys, and we started drinking it. And we're like, "Yo, this is actually pretty fucking good." We base all of our shitty game time beers off of if they're like hams. Because you could drink 6 of these.
Send me a picture of it and I'll see if I can find it anywhere.
They're from the Midwest,
From
so
the
they
land
should
of
be
blue sky blue water.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Hams is funny. HAMMS. Hams. You gotta check it out. America's classic premium beer, born in the land of sky blue waters.
I mean,
It's basically PBA if it finished high school. Or PBR if it finished high school.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we've
Cool
talked
blood
about this
with
beer at
community
length.
college
We love this.
aspirations.
We love this shitty beer.
yes.
Yes, we love
But
this
you
shitty
guys
beer.
probably can't see it.
No, we can't see it. It's just a glowing ass box. We can't see shit. But I believe you found it, whatever you're looking at.
Yep.
Dude, hams is amazing. Yes. 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 Yes.
It's yes.
See if you can find that, right? Just get like a little 6-pack, and they're okay out of a can. I'm not a can guy. I don't like drinking out of cans, even though I'm doing that today. But they're good. I'm not gonna lie, they're good. They're surprisingly good. Like,
Yes, they are.
surprisingly good.
I don't
know,
see
but-
where I can find them.
Yeah, dude. We like stumbled into them, and we also bought some Mexican beer that was expired. And we're like, we're gonna drink this expired Mexican beer, and it was not good. Like,
We liked it
I
better
bet
than
it
Ice
wasn't.
House Edge.
but yeah, it's still better than that Ice House Edge though. That was like the worst beer we've had. But this one I'm drinking right now is it's pretty
In the
bad.
running.
It's pretty bad. The
Ice
Ice
House
Edge,
is pretty fucking bad.
Ice House Edge is
Yeah.
actually worse than regular Ice House.
Yep.
Yeah, it can be worse. It can get worse. Whenever you think it can't get any worse, oh no, it can get worse. Ice House Edge,
Wow.
prove that to me. Prove that to me.
Right there.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to take your word for it, cause
Bro, don't do Ice House Edge. I brought them shits up from North
I
Carolina.
had one Ice House and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Dog, I brought them shits up from North Carolina. I went down to North Carolina for something. I came back and I brought some shitty beers with me. And Kenny came over.
He was excited
We got like
about it.
a quarter into these things. We were like, this is going in the sink. We like
Yeah.
opened them, tasted them, and said, nah,
Yeah.
I can't do this. Holding this
Can't do
can
it.
gives me
Just
a
can't do
hangover.
it.
I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with this. I got 40s and I got warm 40s in the garage that were better than them things. Oh shit! Speaking of 40s, since we're still on the show and I have not concluded the show yet, allow me to tell you a D1 story because D1 is living vicarious. I am reliving my life with D1 at this point, right? I'm not saying I'm living vicariously through her. No, I'm watching her do all the same shit I did, right? So,
Oh boy.
yeah, right. So, apparently last February, March 9th to be exact, she
Right before the lockdown.
sauntered on down into the garage and grabbed a 40 of St. Ides and sauntered back into her room and
This doesn't end well.
and well, took down a 40, just about the whole damn thing of Crooked Eye, St. Ides, crooked letter T, crooked letter IDES. And she recorded herself and she sent text messages to her boss at work and other people, and they were like, wow, she was having a grand time with this 40. And so around Thanksgiving, she decided to let me know what she had done. And she also let me know that wasn't even the first 40 she'd taken down. She'd actually taken down one prior. And I'm like, all right, I'm not really even mad at this because how can I be mad at you when I was literally like shotgunning hard liquor at your age in the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
So I can't be mad. What I am upset about though is if you'd have come to me, I'd have given you a better beer. But I said, you know what? I understand.
Right.
I understand the secret ingredient to this is crime. So like, I understand the secret ingredient to 40s is crime. Crime is what makes them taste good. They've never been good, but when you're 20, 19 years old, the crime is what makes them palatable. So I'm like, I can't be mad at you because I've done like way more than that. So, but I thought it was a hilarious little anecdote.
Her choice in beer was pretty hilarious.
Well, she had 3 choices in there: St. Ides, Old E, and Colt 45. She picked the St. Ides. So she's, yeah. And I'm like,
I personally would have gone with an OD.
Honestly, OD is cool
Oh,
because of the big mouth, so you can finish it off faster. But my go-to has been St. Ides. It's better as it warms up. You know, it doesn't. Once OD starts getting warm, it's bad. St. Ides, you know, was a better tasting shitty beer. Like, it's a better tasting beer. Honestly, well, it's not even beer. I'm sorry, malt liquor, because it's not technically beer. It's something else.
Malt liquor.
Yeah, but so D1 did that, and I was like, huh, okay. So yeah, she on occasion she has beer.
I want to find. Well, obviously OD still sells, but I want to find Schlitz somewhere.
Oh, they have it. The Bull? Yeah, it's out there.
God.
You can find a Bull.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if they have it over here by my house.
Oh,
I
all right. So what you need to do is drive to somewhere where you feel like you gotta lock your doors, and that's where you find a liquor store, and that's where they have Schlitz.
Oh.
Now you may have to go like way deep in the jacks before you want to lock your doors, but I guarantee you find Schlitz.
Yeah.
You know, like if someone walks up to your car and asks what you want, you're in the right neighborhood to get some Schlitz.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right
place. This guy went with a liquor store at, and then go there and get your Schlitz because they got Schlitz. And tall cans and in the bottles. They got the Bull. They got the Bull. But yeah, dude. All right, man. So hey, look.
Good time.
Yeah, it's good to get most of the crew back together. You know, Gianni's got her hustle. She's still got going on. She's doing well though. Wish we could have had her on for this show. And honestly, I hope Timmy. I hope we get to do another show with you and Timmy. That was probably one of the most amazing recording experiences I've ever had. So hopefully we get to do a. Shit.
Great fun.
What was it? Honestly.
Deceptively shitty sports.
Deceptively shitty sports is what we called it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was out of control. I'm not sure.
That was good.
I'm not sure
Good
Timmy
time,
knew
good
what to
times.
expect with that show, but I don't think he was expecting all the shit that we had said. We weren't even really drunk yet.
Look, here's the thing. I told you guys this shit before. Like when I tell people I have a podcast and they ask me to send them a link, that's the show that I send them.
That show was wild, dude. Show was fucking wild.
That's the show that I send them every time.
Like Dick Wranglers? Yeah, Dick Wranglers. Like you got sauce in your hands and you don't touch your junk with the hot sauce on your hands. Someone comes and help you handle your shit because you don't want to set your dick on fire with your hot sauce. We're eating wings.
The effort we had to go through to find beer.
That was
that
a quest, man. That was
the effort we had to go through.
But you did.
It was like a medieval quest.
Yeah, but we did. We found the beer.
We did. We did find it.
Yep. All right, y'all. So I guess
that was
that's
definitely a good show.
I guess we need to call it today. We need to call it. So you got anything you want? You got anything, Kenny? Anything you want to say, Kenny, before we get off?
Hey, I just love the Celtics.
They're in second place behind the Sixers, so I like that. Anything you wanted to say, Brandon?
Nah, I think I got all my bitches, moans, groans, and complaints out.
All I'm gonna say is, remember week 17, motherfucker.
It's been real.
So yeah. Once again, it's been real. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
It's been fun.
And it's been real fun.
It's been real fun.
Oh yeah.
Been
Dirt-
mad real fun.
Yeah, Dirt Diggler
Dork,
and
the Chicago
the
Kid.
Dork.
yeah, man, out.
Ow.
Oh my god, dude. So